Okay, so hear me out. I've been sitting in this thing for probably like an hour and a half now. So I took apart that piece that was here. It's all piled up over there. I haven't taken this part yet because I was trying to figure out. My dilemma was I wanted to raise it up to be the same height as that, but that is kind of short. I wouldn't be able to set up there. You would only be able to lay down, which would work. It'd be okay for a bed. But for like just lounging, I guess you could watch your phone. But if we put the TV in here, you wouldn't really be able to watch TV very easily. But then I got to thinking about this all wrong. I was thinking about how to fit the adults up here, the kids down there. Well, what if I didn't do it like that? What if I put me and Melissa down here and put the kids up here? So, here's what I've come up with. Rather than having a giant bed that spans the whole top of the camper, we divide it up and we have 2 cots. So, this goes back from the far wall to this window is 5 feet. Neither one of the kids is 5 feet yet. And I might do it in a way that would allow me to do it like 5.5 feet, which would last them. They'd be teenagers. They'd probably be too heavy before they got too big, or too tall, I mean. So here's what I'm thinking. Have a cot that folds up against the wall here and then can fold down like that. So it'd be a frame and then folds down. And then the same thing on that side. So another thing I could do is one cot and have one of the kids sleep up there. So one kid up here and then one kid this way on this wall or on the other wall. That's an option. I think 2 cots in the long term might be better. I might go ahead and make 2 cots, but we might still have one of the kids sleep up there for now. And then if they start getting too big, we'll see how the cots work. And then this down here would have a platform that would raise up to be a table. And then you could drop it down and it would have leaves that would flop out that would sit on a lip here and here. And then you'd have a full-size bed down here. So this would actually be pushed out. Like originally I was thinking shrink this because we got that space back there. But now I'm thinking pull this out 4 inches, which would make it a full-size bed from that wall to up here. And then you would have a full-size bed here with 2 small cots on either side for the kids. If we didn't have a kid sleep up there, we'd have the 2 cots, and then we'd have a little bit of storage space here. Of course, their head or their feet would be, probably their heads would be up in there. And then some storage space in the middle, which might be a good idea because that would give me a spot for an electrical panel. So they would have chargers. I put like a charger on either side with a cabinet. So you'd have a little bit of storage. Then you'd have charger plugs up there so they could charge their phones. We could toss our phones up there and charge them. So then these fold up. And if I wanted to make them longer, I can make it to where they fold up and then slide in. So like it would be past the window. That's why I said 5 feet, because I didn't want to block the window. But like, so this would be this is 6 feet. From here to there is 6 feet. So what I could do is have this frame to where it flips up and then slides in up there. And then we would sleep down here. And it would allow us to where if one of the kids was up here and I didn't put a cabinet and we only used 1 cot, then we'd be able to set up in bed and watch TV. We wouldn't have to lay down. Now, even if I did both cots, the middle would be open, so we could set up and lean up against the wall and lounge on the bed long ways until we're ready to go to sleep. So that's still an option. I think that's probably the best idea, is just put the 2 cots. Tell me what you think. And then over here, if I did that, so basically, almost in the middle of the window, it'd be almost exactly in the middle of the window, so the bed would be like there. So from here over would be our kitchen. And then same thing on this side, I could put another cabinet. So there would be a cabinet here, and you'd have storage space in there. This is where the wheel well is. So that like hangs over the truck. You can't do anything here. You can't put a cabinet here. But I could put a small cabinet here that I can store the dishes in, have a sink. You could set a cooktop there. Of course, we wouldn't want the drapes like that. You wouldn't want to catch those on fire. But you would also have another cabinet on this side. And what I would do is I could make it where the cots fold down and are supported by the cabinet. So they'd be supported on the cabinet here. And then I just have to find a way to support them down here. I thought about maybe hanging a rope or a pole. I think that's probably a bad idea. I don't think the ceiling is able to hold any weight. But yeah, I'd have to do something, a bracket there. I'd probably just put a board across here, right, like that, to where it drops down onto there. And then the bottom end would be supported by the cabinet. And then it'd be hinged. I think that'll work. I think we have a plan. So TV, storage cabinet, and then you would also have like the cabinet top that you could use for food prep. And then of course, like I said, on this side you'd have a sink, and then the removable camper grill. I'd probably have to find a fan or something to put in the window for ventilation if we're going to use a propane burner in here, but that shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be hard. Probably already got something I could use. Of course, the air conditioner is going to be up here. And the light, I'm going to replace these lights. I'm thinking about doing strip lights that will go all the way around the whole inside of the camper. So you don't have like one light fixture, like the whole ring around the inside of the camper will light up. It wouldn't be like super bright, but it should be plenty bright for what we need. And then like during the day, like there's enough windows in here, and this, whatever I do here is probably going to end up being some kind of skylight that opens, most likely. So there'd also be light coming in from there. I like it. I think that's a plan. What do y'all think? See, that's still solid. It's got some water damage, but it's not like weak. It's just discolored. I'll have to get out there and get that sealed. That's going to be the first thing I do, is figure this out and seal the outside. And then we'll floors, paint the walls and stuff. There'll be cushions. So like I said, this is going to be cabinet. But there's going to be cushions here. Those cushions will fold down into the mattress. So there'll be cushions there and cushions over here. And they'll fold out into the mattress for the full size. Those I'll have to custom make those. That'd be fun. But yeah, I think that's a plan. And then to put it like whoever sleeps on the cots, you know, if they wanted to sleep with their head down here, they wouldn't be able to see the TV at that point. But let's be honest, we're probably not going to use the TV much. It's not like you're going to have the internet or anything for Netflix. So, but if their head was down here, it'd be right by the window for if you wanted some fresh air. I'm stoked. This is going to be fun. If only I had the money to actually dig into it and get it done. It's going to be a few months. It'll be a few months. It'll be at least 3 or 4 months before we can actually do much. But I'll do a little bit every month. So I've already got window screens, so I mean I could go ahead and replace the screens on the windows. Um, and I'll get drawing up some plans on getting these cots and figure out how I'm going to frame them. I'll probably use this aluminum because the full size bed shouldn't need anything. It's going to be wood because that's going to be a table. So the table's just going to fold up and be down there. So all this aluminum can be used to make the cots, and there's more than enough aluminum here to make a small cot. So that's something, I mean, I could make the cots without spending any money. Cool beans, guys. Alright, I gotta be up in I gotta be at work in 5 hours, so time for bed. Y'all have a good night.